Well, hey there, guys, and welcome to Matt's Garage. I've got a Mercedes alternator off my 1989 300CE here, and I just want to change the voltage regulator. This is normally what fails on them, not the actual alternator. So I'm just going to show you guys how to do that. And what you'll need is a good Phillips screwdriver and also a hammer. I'll show you the hammer part in a minute. And of course you need a replacement voltage regulator. So this is just one I purchased from Rock Auto. They're about 50 bucks, but if they prevent your alternator from failing prematurely, it might be worth it. So that looks like a good match, so we're just going to focus on getting the old part out. I can see somebody's already tried to take it out in the past and they kind of stripped these a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to hold this between my knees, and I'm just going to hammer on my screwdriver as I loosen them. There we go. And what that does is crack the corrosion, loosen the threads, and it also holds the screwdriver tight in the screw as you're turning. So you just put a little pressure on it in the direction you want to turn and hammer lightly. Sometimes if you go tight, just to break it loose, that's what I'm going to try because this one's being stubborn. And if you can get it to move that way a touch. And there we go. We got them both. No real drama. Okay, and you can see that one's quite badly worn. Those are the little brushes, and you can see they're pretty well worn right to the limit there. So, and it's pretty corroded up in there too. I just see a little contact point there. I'm actually going to get a little wire brush in there and just clean that up. You see this contact point there? That feeds power to the regulator, so you want that clean. So I'm just going to get in there with that little wire brush. Okay, now we got it clean. We'll just bend it up slightly. Make sure it's making solid contact with the new regulator when we stick it in. So you see the difference there? Nice and cleaned up now. Okay, so now we're already ready to put our new part in, which couldn't be simpler. So you just remove that cardboard. And you can see the difference in the brushes there. So those are spring loaded. They're just going to press in against the armature. So you're gonna, and you see this is a little contact point that contacts on there, and that's where all the power is fed into it basically. So we'll just slide it in there. Just like this, and now get that one screw. Wouldn't be a bad idea just to clean these screws up a little too, because there's a contact point under that one. So what you want to do is push it in and get the one screw started if you can. It's a little tricky because it's fighting you as you go. Okay, I got that one started now. I'm just going to push in on it until this one lines up. So you want to use the one with the contact point in it because it's got a brass insert. You're not going to crack it or anything. Leveraging on it like that. And just put them both in with your fingers here, and then just tighten it up, and you're pretty much done. This is really simple little DIY job that you can do on your Mercedes. So that is it. That is all there is to replacing the voltage regulator on your Mercedes alternator. Even the newer ones like my 2006, it's got a bit different regulator, but it pretty well goes in exactly the same. So. And then you just want to make sure that it still turns freely and everything. Nothing's binding up there, so you know that the shaft is turning against those new brushes nice and smoothly. And I can actually see in there that we're contacting nice on the contact strip there. Just don't over tighten these screws. This is just plastic. You could crack it. Just, you know, snug them down good. And then this little plug here, you could get in there and just scrape that clean with a flat blade screwdriver. I think I'm going to do that, so little tip for you there too. Just like this, I can see where the plug contacts there, so we'll just scrape it all clean. That's all I can do. And then what you can do is put a little dielectric grease on this plug. Will prevent that from happening again. I wouldn't put dielectric grease in there though, I just wouldn't. It might reduce the contact point there. So I was just going to put my alternator back in, which I had to take it out for other reasons, but I was just noticing that you could actually do this replacement no problem in the car. There's actually plenty of access to get at this part in the car with the alternator fully installed, so that's an option for you as well. Okay guys, well that's all there is to changing the voltage regulator on your Mercedes alternator. I do hope you found the video helpful and informative. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourself a great day.